Good afternoon, Ma'am Grace Grohl. I'm Isolois Bocalon from Black 1M, and this video presentation is all about defining at least 75 definition of terms in criminal justice system with a blindfold. First is the crime of the upper world. This committed by the member of upper strata of the society. Second is the crime prevention. It is the basic police function or technique of determining the desire of the people to commit crime. Third is the crime scene, a venue or place where the alleged crime incident event has been committed, or the graphical area where the crime was committed. Fourth is a crime scene sketch, a simple diagram that creates a mental pictures of the scene to those who are not present. Fifth is crime victim. It is generally refers to any person, group, or identity who has suffered injury or loss due to illegal activity. Sixth is a criminal, a person who is convicted. Seven is a correspondence. It is a communication by means of letter, or it may refers to the letters which pass between those who have friendly or business relation. 8 is a corruption. It is a behaving illegally and dishonestly, especially those in power. 9 is a courtesy. It refers to the politeness of the words being used in communication. 10 is the crime. Doing something illegal that can be punished by the law or crime is defined as an act committed or committed in violation of public law. 11 is a crime by imitation. Those committed the pattern of the which is merely duplication of what was done by others. 12 is a crime by passion. Those committed because of fit of position, anger, jealousy, and hatred. 13 is a crime control. Is the primary concern of the police, as the saying goes, control before the act escalates into a serious proportion. 14 is a crime of underworld. Those committed by members of the lower or underprivileged class of society. 15 is a confession, an express acknowledgement by the accused in a criminal prosecution of the truth of his guilt as to the offense charged, while admission refers to statements of fact not directly constituting an acknowledgement of guilt. 16 is conformity. It involves the acceptance of the cultural goals and means of attaining those goals. 17 is conspiracy. Conspiracy exists when two or more persons came to an agreement concerning the commission of felony and decided to commit it. 18 is a consummated felony. A felony is consummated when all the elements necessary for its execution and accomplishment are present. 20. Continued crime. A continued crime is a single crime consisting of a series of acts but all arising from one criminal resolution. 21. Continuing crime. Those committed in several places. 22. Conventional level. This stage reached at the end of middle childhood. 23. Converging lens. Characterized by the fact that it is thicker at the center and thinner at the side, which is capable of bending the light together and forms the image inversity. Advisory. The psychologist may advise police about how to proceed with the investigation. 26. AFIS, or Automated Fingerprint Identification System, is a biometric identification methodology that uses digital imaging technology and to analyze fingerprint data. 27. Age of Enlightenment, a social movement that arose during the 18th century on the built upon ideas like Everest rationality, free will, humanism, and natural law. 28. Aggravating circumstances are those which is attendant in the commission of the crime serve to increase the penalty without, however, exceeding the maximum of the penalty provided by the law for the offense. 30. Allegiance means the obligation of fidelity and obedience which the individuals owe to the government under which they live or to their sovereignty in return for the protection they receive. 31. Alternative circumstance, aggravating or mitigating according to the nature and effect of the crime and other conditions attending its commission. 32. Amateur and intermittent offender. These types of robbers view themselves as lifetime robbers and commit infrequent robbery offenses, often recklessly. 33. Abduction. This means the taking away of a woman from her house or the place where she may be for the purpose of carrying her to another place when intent to maim or to corrupt her. 34. Aversion reckless. Stake in the blow. 35. Abnormal behavior is something deviating from the normal or differing from the typical subjectively defined behavioral characteristic assigned to those with rare or dysfunctional conditions. 36. Accident. Any happening beyond control of person, consequences of which are not foreseeable. 37. Accidental criminal. Those who commit criminal act as result of unanticipated circumstances. 38. Accused. A person whose case was forwarded to the office of the prosecutor and filed in a court, or person who change of an offense in the court of facing trial. 39. Acetic acid. Serves as neutralizer. 40. Achromatic lens. Correcting chromatic aberration. 41. Acquisitive crime. When the offender acquires something as a consequence of his criminal act. 42. Acquittal. A jury verdict that a criminal defendant is not guilty, or the finding of the judge that evidence is insufficient to support an conviction. 43. Act. Any bodily movement tending to produce some effect in the external world. 44. Active aggressive criminal. Those who commit crime in an impulsive manner, usually due to the aggressive behavior of the offender. 45. Actuarial. This rule involves usage of statistics in order to inform a case. 46. Actus reus. Sometimes called the external element of a crime. 47. Acute criminal. Refers to a person who violates criminal law because of the impulse of the moment, defeat of a passion, anger, or spell of extreme jealousy. 48. Ada joke. Mother of criminals. 49. Admission. Any statement of fact made by a part which is against his interest of unfavorable to the conclusion for which he contends or inconsistent. 50. Adultery. Adultery is committed by an any married who shall have sexual intercourse with a man, her husband, and by the man who has common knowledge of knowing her to be married, even if the marriage be subsequently declared a void. 51. Argumentative question. A type of a leading question which reflects the examiner's interpretation of the fact. 52. Armed robbery. This involves the use of weapons such as firearm, knife, or other dangerous weapon. 52. Arraignment. The initial step in the criminal prosecution where the defendant is brought before the court to hear the charges and to enter a area. 53. Arrest. The legal taking of a person into a custody in order that they may be bound to answer for the commission of an offense. 54. Arrest warrant. An order in writing issued in the name of the Philippines commanding or directing a peace officer to arrest a person. 55. Arson. The act or crime of willfully and unjustifiable setting properly on fire or setting fire to a building, cars, or property on purpose. 56. Assassination. Killing a famous person or public. 57. Amnesty refers to an act of justice by which the supreme power in a state restores those who may have been guilty of any offense against into the position of innocent persons. 58. Anastigmatism. Correcting anastigmatism. 59. Animus lucrandi. Means intent to gain in robbery. 59. Antecedent circumstances. Facts existing before the commission of the crime. 60. Anthropological approach. Focus on the studying the physical characteristic of offenders in the attempt to discover physical differences between criminals and non-criminals. 61. Anthropology. Science devoted to the study of mankind. 62. Anti-hallucination backing is the one designed to hold back the light and prevents hallucination. 63. Apochromatic lens. Correcting both astigmatism and chromatic aberration. 64. Appeal. A request to a higher court for the court to review and change the decision of a lower court. 65. Appellant. One who filed an appeal. 66. Applied criminology. The art of creating the typologies, classification, prediction, and especially results of criminal offenders, their personalities, and behaviors patterns. 66. Assault. Attacking someone physical or threat or use of force and other that causes that person to have a reasonable apprehension of harmful or 67. Banishment. This was imposed by God to evil rebels led by the Lucifer by throwing them out of the heaven. It is the first penalty ever imposed. 68. Base. Support the conclusion. 69. Baseline. A method of locating object particularly useful in large, irregularly shaped outdoor areas. 70. Battery. The application of force to another resulting in harmful or offensive contact. 71. Behavior system in crime. Progress in the explanation of disease is being made personally by the studies of specific disease. 73. Behavioral outcome. This phase describes the victim's adjustment to the victimization experience. 74. Biological approach. The evaluation and explaining criminal behavior under this approach. Heredity is the main factor that pushes people to commit crimes. 75. Biological criminology. The biological theory of criminology says that individuals who commit crimes and individuals who obey the law are biologically different.